The uncomfortable truth, why you keep failing to live. You are waiting. You are always waiting. Waiting for the right moment, the right job, the right partner, the right amount of money. You are waiting for a version of yourself that is strong enough, brave enough, ready enough to finally begin. But here is the uncomfortable truth. You are already strong enough. You are already brave enough. And the person you are waiting for is a ghost. A fiction you invented to justify the profound, terrifying inaction of this moment. Look at your life. You feel it, the anxiety, the low, constant hum of dissatisfaction. You blame the world. You blame your past. You blame the endless noise of the modern age. But what if the problem isn't the noise? What if the problem is the silence? The silence in which you refuse to hear the one voice that matters, your own. We live as if we have 1,000 years. We postpone the difficult conversation, the necessary change, the brutal self-assessment. We treat time as if it were infinite, while complaining that we never have enough of it. Marcus Aurelius saw this delusion 2,000 years ago. He wrote, "The present is all we have to live in or to lose." Think about that. Not the past, which exists only as memory. Not the future, which exists only as fantasy. Only this moment. And yet where are you? Drowning in yesterday's regrets, paralyzed by tomorrow's fears. You are everywhere except here. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a victim of your own mind's narrative. You have been trained to believe that peace is an external reward, something you earn after you fix the world. This is the great deception. Your anxiety is not a message from the universe. It is a choice. A choice to perceive a situation as a threat when it is merely a fact. Aurelius understood this with chilling clarity. Today I escaped anxiety. Or no, I discarded it because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. This is the inner citadel. Anxiety is not an event, it is a reaction. It is the color your soul takes on when you choose to paint it with fear. Plato described the soul as a chariot pulled by two horses. One is reason, the other is passion. Most people hand the reins to the wild horse, the horse of fear, of impulse, of external validation. They are dragged through life, not driving it. Stoic practice is simple and brutally difficult. Take the reins back. Understand this. The quality of your thoughts becomes the quality of your life. If you dwell on chaos, you become chaos. If you dwell on purpose, you become purpose. We pray for an easy path. When challenge appears, a difficult boss, financial pressure, loss, rejection, we retreat. We see the obstacle as a warning. The Stoics saw it as instruction. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is the paradox. The problem is not something to escape. It is the material of your growth. The weight that builds strength. The fire that tempers steel. Imagine a river. It does not curse the rocks in its path. It flows around them, over them, through them. And in doing so, it carves a canyon. The rock is not the enemy. It is the sculptor. What is your rock? The project you avoid, the person you resent, the pressure you wish would disappear. That is your training. Remove the obstacle and you remove the chance to become more. We define injustice by what we do, but Aurelius warns us, you can also commit injustice by doing nothing. This is the quiet crime of our age. Not cruelty, apathy. The slow erosion of potential. Dietrich Bonhoeffer called it cheap grace, the forgiveness we give ourselves for a life unlived. Comfort without cost, ease without meaning. Costly grace demands action. Purpose, even when it hurts. When you choose inaction, you betray the world by withholding what only you can give. You betray your future self, who will remember this moment. We fear death because we have not lived. The most jarring words Aurelius wrote were these: think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it properly. This is not morbid. It is clarity. Imagine looking back from the end. What would that version of you say? Not to scroll longer, not to worry about strangers' opinions. They would say, do what is in front of you, love without hesitation, create without permission, speak without cowardice. You are powerful now because you still have time. The clock is not counting down to 0. It is counting down to your decision. You have power over your mind, not over events. That is the only freedom. The world will remain chaotic. People will disappoint you. Life will be unfair. None of that changes this. You always choose your response. So stop waiting for a ghost. Stop letting fear paint your soul. The life you want is not waiting to be found. It is waiting to be assembled, action by action. Let go without attachment, receive without pride, and when the next obstacle appears, do not complain. Remember the river, remember the emperor, remember the truth. What stands in the way becomes the way. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, what you say, and what you think.